Hi there guys, and welcome to another Train Sim 2019 video. Today we're doing something that, can I contain my excitement enough for it? It's of course the 365 EP from Armstrong Powerhouse, and this has been something I have been a little bit excited for, shall we say. As you guys all know, that 365s are one of the trains that I've always loved. I still rate them as one of the best EMUs that ever to ply British rails. Just look at the front. Just look at the front already. To have the original front on as best as we can get it in TS, I am so happy with that. Now, a bit of a disclaimer: I knew about the front, like as soon as it was done. So I knew that was going to be, and I knew there was going to be an option for that. I didn't know it was going to get to Richard straight away, but I'm very glad it has been, and that's really nice to see the sort of freeware community coming through with the sort of payware community as well. Now, the guys that did this, it was Guter Bahnhof, which is George, there was Lewis Clowes, and there was James Lewis. They were all three people that were involved in getting that front end on this, and then of course over to Richard and in. So it's been a real community effort. So that's Guter Bahnhof, his stuff. There's Clowes, who I suppose is sort of really decent reskinner and stuff out there. Does a lot for ATS as well, and James Lewis as well, who is quite well known in the community for all his sorts of bits and pieces. So it's nice to see those guys get in on this and get this out and work with Richard to produce something that everybody was asking for. So I couldn't not use this scenario that comes with it for this first look video, and I'm buzzing. This journey itself is one that I have actually done in real life lots and lots of times from Huntingdon, not from Peterborough. So I'm guessing we will be doing Peterborough, Huntingdon, St Neots, Sandy, Hitchin, Arsley, Biggleswade, Stevenage, Finchley Park, London, King's Cross. That'll be my guess. I'll pull up the blurb in a minute. Let's just get on with it, basically. Let's unpause it and get on with it. Right, hello, driver, first things first. Open the doors here. My doors haven't opened, but the game is registering them as opened. Good old train sim, gotta love it for its bit like that. So we'll hear the door sounds at one of the other stations later on. That might be because I don't have the master key in. Oh, those click clunks were nice. And all the TPWS lights came on as well. Nice. Richard, you dark horse! Did you guys hear that? There was orange men on the tracks, and guess what? The AI just blew its horn. Some of you won't have even known, but I couldn't think of any time, or I've been told it wasn't possible, to get AI to actually sound its horn in Train Sim. So whatever trickery there Richard has pulled is that's very cool. Spot on. Spot on. Cab hum in here is brilliant as well. Right, we want our tail lights off and we want to be on headlights. DSD, oh, we've got everything's just even the little touches. Now the cab, I would love to have seen a new cab. Let's get that out of the way first. It just wasn't possible. It just wasn't possible. So I would expect to see some. Oh, are we on? Oh, is it DOO? See the little air hiss as well. Right. Oh, hang on. I'm not going to be able to use joystick for this. Not yet, I've got to set that up properly. Right, okay, I'm happy with that. DRA off, let's get going. The accelerate, why didn't I notice that already? The acceleration bars are in there as well. wheel slip as well. Now, if you've ever been on a 365 that's had a wheel slip, you'll know about it. Ah, that is sounding fan-bloody-tastic. Scrollable destinations. Ah, bonus. Sorry, King's Cross via Stevenage. Oh, wow. God, this sounds lovely. It's not like a rocket ship like it used to be by DTG as well. That's fantastic. I will get a feel of the physics and stuff. We're only sort of 15 miles to 100. Does our speed set work? Let's just put it back to normal. Yes. In theory. Yes. What's it going to hold it at? Because I think actually, according to the sorry, the lights can be a bit bright. It's really hot outside, so I'm trying to get the air in so the door's open. In theory, I think it should hold at 97. It's the real world manual. Right, AP manual. Liveries. So we have Connect Southeastern with large logo, with Southeastern logo. That was Southeastern original with the original front, Connect's original front. Aircon cab with no logo, none of the Southeastern first cab Connect logo. FCC dynamic lines. Great Northern, ScotRail. Okay, I would have liked to see the special liveries. Some of the Cambridge ones, but I know I can understand why they're not, because they are pretty complex. But that leaves a bit for the community as well. A little bit of meat on the bone for the community. I'm not worry about the keyboard commands just yet. 98, that's about right, that's brilliant. So it says driver only operation. I didn't do T and U, that's why the doors didn't open. Oh, read the manual before you start, Alan. Read the manual before you start. I guarantee you somebody has already commented in the video that I didn't press T or U or T or O as in there. Oh, I could have pressed the corresponding buttons in the cab. Really? There's guard operation as well. Oh, I've got loads of whistle boards down there and I haven't heard it all yet. It's got wheel slip protection when accelerating. When wheel slip is encountered during acceleration, a two-stage process takes place. The motors can be heard rising rapidly in pitch, and the power cuts violently, and it does in the 365. We're ready. We like that a lot. It's just spectacular to have a proper fronted one. I know it's emergency to 465, blah 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 blah. But that's good enough for me. It's the best we're going to get. So, braking. So you get it with braking as well. Brake pressure automatically reduced trying to control the side. Sanders automatically applied in step 2 or 3 or emergency. Once the slide stops, brake pressure will return to the notch selected on the power brake controller. Speed set selector control is located below the ABS, so found the first 5 positions of the switch. It's 3 mile an hour, the next is 5 mile an hour. The settings are increasing 5 mile an hour intervals up to 100 miles per hour. The speed selected, indicated by the white pointer, when speed set. With the power notch selected, the speed set system will automatically control the train speed to hold approximately 2 mile an hour below the target speed selected. If the speed drops too far below the target speed, the unit will automatically apply traction power and also get back to the selected speed. If the target speed starts being exceeded, such as when the train is before grading, the speed set will automatically apply the dynamic braking to control the train. The only form of braking available when using speed set is dynamic braking, so the speed set will not brake the train if the dynamic braking is isolated. Isolate dynamic braking, this is recommended. It is recommended that you use speed set to hold your speed or change your speed by small increments such as 5 or 10 miles per hour. Acceleration rate is reduced when using speed set, so using it to accelerate at a certain speed will take longer compared to when it is inactive. This is exactly as per the real world. So it's a beautiful day out there as well. In fact, low. Beautiful, beautiful day. Right, accelerometer and decelerometer and clock. Acceleration and deceleration meters have been modeled to next to the speedometer as per reality. As well as those, a clock has been added which also displays the unit's lifetime mileage since reset by a fitter. If you press the select button below, this is a random figure generated set at the start of the scenario. Nice. Just like that little bit of interaction. It's a climb. For 165, yeah, we'll have a look at that later. Not far until Dumpington now. Play change of destinations, F8 key and F7 key, perfect. Automatic unit numbering. Bits and bobs! This section is dedicated to aspects of this pack that don't warrant a dedicated section but are still of note. My favourite thing, one of my favourite things in the world is Richard's bits and bobs. New roof lower front end cowling models simulate the unit with the original style front. High resolution visuals from many of the cab and the various in-cab labels and buttons. Clickable and functional master key, a newly modern reverser handle, 4-step reverser, off, forward, neutral, reverse, TPWS lights illuminated doing ABS self-test, DVD isolation lights at the top left as well as safety systems isolated on the desk, door interlock light moved from door close button to where it should actually be. In-cab unit number labels, 100 mile an hour max speed limit, label, selected destination displays on the in-cab top right computer unit, which is a nice little touch. Functional brake hold button, which applies the equivalent of step-on brake. Mainly cab camera, so the head is more visible during wet weather, so you're not going to get that. I did notice we were a little bit further up, so we're not going to get that thing where the windscreen wiper is pushed in the wrong place. Where were we? Animated cab light, instrument lights, dash light switches, intermittent slow and fast wiper speeds, visual alarm outside the cab when AWS and DVD are active, visible driver automatic moves whichever cab you're in. Neutral section functionality. Oh, power is cut, dynamic brake is inactive. Emergency brake pressure is applied when reversal is off. When the sander button is pressed, you must be a power notch, and it will only apply for 10 seconds. Maximum at a time. If you wish to continue to apply sander for 10 seconds, you must repress the sander button. Just make sure you're going to alright. 1 second delay between passing over an AWS brake and AWS warning sound. It will occur in the after Air 4 HUD at warning release and wait 1 second for the medicine. Headlights only provide illumination before sunrise and sunset. High quality headlight, protection light, tail light, vision markers. Love the AWS sound down as well. Handle noises are just stunning. Loving that deceleration, really liking the feel of braking as well. Yeah, that sort of, that is some beautiful sounds around this back. It's very complex. It's got a lot of depth to the sounds. Three 2-1s are standing in for 3-1-7s there. That was a complete overrun because I'm getting used to the brakes, but by God, that sounded good. Oh. Did you hear that? What a superb addition to Train Sim. While we're waiting here, I'm going to try and get the rail driver to work in a different way as well. No, I'm not. So back to keyboard, because that's how you guys are going to be driving this anyway. So that's it all done. Wow. There was lots of whinging and moaning about the speed of transition of the motors. I've got no problem with that whatsoever. Take me off slows to Peterborough, innit? Not slows up to Peterborough. Slows to St Neots. Hinchinbrook School over there, Fairyfields. How far did we get with the manual? So white and purple status lights below external destination display. White illuminates when the cab is active and purple illuminates when the safety system is isolated. It's another thing that was in the manual, the real word manual, that I had no idea about either. Full selection of final nameplates on the first cab. Connect liveries. Connect looking tight lock coupler applied. I think I know who sorted that out. PRM door alarms on latest liveries and original door alarms on the rest. So a lot of people go, there's a break in the door alarm sound, because another thing I saw people moaning about, it's there in real life. So in the credits you've got Nick Usual, George Hartley, which is Guten Bahnhof. No mention of Clowes, Richard. There's a ticking off from me for that one. And James Lewis, assistant applied the title coupler. He was also involved with the front end cowling as well, if I remember rightly. And a guy called Glenn Doig for the wheel slip sound recordings. Brilliant. It is spectacular. So with 365s, you've got an all-side rear train front. So you can, when you're in a 12 or 8 car, you can just open the front or the rear or the all, and then you select what one you wanted, and then it would be the door release button. So you have front all, and you just click all and then release. I suppose we should when we run with the DSD on. For a little bit. Just maybe until St Neots. It's quite sedately paced. It sounds so good. They really have done an amazing job with this. Considering it couldn't get a new cab, it feels like it. And it doesn't look like it. I can get that. I do get that. And as much as all the lettering's been done nicely, and I agree with that, some of the texture within the cab is a bit ropey. It always will be. I think I've asked Klaus to have a look at this quite a few times, and the texture is supposed to be pretty evil. The mapping for it is supposed to be really, really, really horrendously horrible. So I can understand why it hasn't been done. Liveries wise, with the reskins, right, I think it leaves a bit on the bone for the freeware community, which I quite like the idea of. Scenarios, three's quite, I'm quite happy with 3 scenarios. For the whole new sound packs, new sound set you get in, the new features in the cab, physics feel lovely. I mean, I do even see some people out there go, I'm not buying that because I don't really care about the new physics and the new features. Cool, don't. I do. For me, being able to do that, it's fantastic. I really like just to be able to do that. Then you'll hear the wine coming back in. Still a little bit forward of that. That noise is beautiful. Right, we're going to do a notch 4 pull away from the exterior. Wheel slip. There is nothing wrong with that. I'm sorry, there is nothing wrong with that. Sound is fantastic. What I'm really excited to do, actually, I've got a mate who drove one of these for 20 years who also plays train sim, so I'm really desperate to hear what he's got to say. Bit of GNER there as well. Speed set, take care of that. See, Tracy was always been made out to be a real grotty place. I don't ever think I've been in a particularly grotty 365 cab. I mean, some of them had carpet and everything all round here. I mean, no train cab is particularly clean. Fantastic. We'll be up to half an hour on this. I'm probably going to stop this video at Sandy, but do expect another video of one of the scenarios out after this, I think, within the day, if not the next day. I remember going down to Hamleys, must have been about 95, 96, Christmas time. I used to go Oxford Street every Christmas with my step-grandparents, and that particular year, Hornby had released the 166. Was it 166? No, 466. And it was the first time I'd got a 365 all the way to London. And I was always allowed to pick like a Christmas present from them when I was there, and I remember picking that just because I'd taken the 466, the 365 down to King's Cross. And I have been in the process of for about 10 years making a 365 and double O gauge. I've got enough underframes and bodies to keep me going for years. It'll never quite look perfect, but it'll be a decent representation one day. Really get used to the braking on this. They're pretty good. And 365s always came stonking into platforms. With the regen brakes whining, you could do woo, woo, woo. Great noise. One I miss hearing these days. Just thought I've got no air brakes because there we go. I still had speed set active, which was never a good sign. So the final brake didn't even come out right, but it shows you the difference. Shows you the difference, but it never actually stopped like that. So we want to continue. Oh, that's fine. Right. Alright, guys, what can I say? Is this pack worth it? Yes. Things I would like to see adapted. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more time inside the cab. I'd have liked to have seen the texture slightly better inside the cab. Sounds, I cannot fault whatsoever. Functionality, not a jot. Not a jot can I fault that either. The way that we've got the new front end and everything like that, it was an incredibly good workaround. I'm going to go and drive this some more, basically. Yes, I say it is well worth it. There is the downside is the cab. That's it. We all knew that was going to be a bit of a downside. I'm sure somebody in the community will work a bit of magic on it and do something with it. I don't know. Even though it's supposed to be a nightmare. So, seen out by 91 set. Nice. Right, on that note, guys, thank you very much for joining. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Head over to Twitch on a Sunday from 7 PM and a Wednesday from 7 PM. Also, don't tell thomsonsim.com, and remember the Facebook group is also there as well for any tech support stuff. We've also got tech support forums on the website now that are slowly getting used, which is quite nice to see. I wanted to try and pull some of the tech support out of Twitch and more onto the website, and that seems to be happening slowly but surely, so hopefully that'll carry on getting used quite nicely. So, once again, guys, thanks ever so much, and I'll catch you again next time. All the best.